Hey everyone, Dr. Pedre here, author of Happy Gut, and it's the new year, so you're probably thinking about getting rid of some extra pounds from the holidays, or just you want to kind of cleanse your diet. It's been too much food, maybe too much alcohol. So Happy Gut has been out for a year now, and we've helped thousands of people improve their gut health and lose weight without counting calories naturally. We have some amazing giveaways today from our sponsor, 360 Cookware. It's one of the cookwares that I talk about in my book because part of the whole Happy Gut program, and I'm going to get into that, is the importance of staying as non-toxic as possible. And when I met one of the founders of 360 Cookware, I just thought that their brand was amazing because it's stainless steel, it's made with a non-toxic process, and that's one of the best surfaces to cook with. And their cookware is kind of interesting and unique because it creates this vapor seal so you can cook with less oil and food comes out almost perfect. I use their 1-quart saucepan to steam broccoli and it always comes out great. And we're actually going to give away 2 of those for people that share. Anybody who's watching now, please let us know where you're from. Say hi as I talk about my cleanse, and I'm going to talk about motivation, like how to find your motivation to create positive health behaviors. Definitely ask questions about that. So I have this group cleanse that's kicking off on January 14th, and it's gonna be amazing. We have people already signed up, and I'm gonna give you the link for that in just a little bit. I also wanted to mention with the 360 Cookware that we have one really big stock pot that we're also giving away. Again, the way that you enter to win these is share this video, and the sharing can go on until Monday, January 9th at midnight.
Jill loves your book. She's reading your book now.
Jill, hi Jill.
Thank you for writing it, she says.
Jill, you're the type of person that I wrote this book for. I knew that I couldn't see the number of people that really needed this type of help. It's impossible to see them on a daily basis. I can only see maybe 10 to 15 patients in a day. And I wanted to help way more people than I could possibly reach, and that's why I wrote this book, Happy Gut, which was published by HarperCollins, which has been great working with them. And I also wanted to mention that I was able to get another great deal. So even if you don't win the cookware with 360 Cookware, you can get 20% off your purchase of any of their stainless steel pots and saucepans up until midnight on Monday, January 9th, using the coupon code when you check out, HAPPY2017.
Julie is with us again from Australia.
Oh, hi. Hi, Julie from Australia. Thanks. From Melbourne?
Yes.
Yes. Welcome back. So amazing that you can watch us on the other side of the world. So I wanted to talk about motivation, and something that I learned about motivation when I was writing my book. As you can imagine, anything that is going to be a long time investment where the reward is not immediate, and this can be you. It could be that you're trying to change your health, or you're trying to lose weight, but you get frustrated because after a week or two, you don't find that you're making any progress. So where do you find your motivation? So I came up with this formula, and I want to share it with you guys. So this is finding your motivation in the new year, and I'm gonna write it out. Let me know if everyone can see this.
Shelley is with us. Stinchcombe, giving a great testimonial.
Oh, hey Shelley. You're always with us. So nice to see you. Wish you could come to DC tomorrow and get your book signed. We'll have to figure out a way to do that for you. So M is for motivation, and I was a bit of a math nerd growing up. So this was right up my alley when I just dreamed up this formula one morning. I was inspired as I was waking up. And a lot of inspiration actually comes in the middle of the night. So M, motivation, is a function of C, and I make it a big C, comma, and again, I just made up this formula, so it doesn't have to follow regular math rules either. Little p to the power of x, and all of this plus or minus s, and then we take the entire formula to the power of h. And this is what's going to give you motivation. So let me go through it. So when you're trying to find your motivation, and something I learned from writing a book like Happy Gut is the importance of the big C. And the big C is commitment. And when I say commitment, what I mean is commitment at a very deep level. Like commitment to the deepest levels of your soul, if you believe in that, to the core of your being. Not the type of commitment, I'll call it the little c, which is just saying, oh, I want to lose weight and I want to do, I want to get better at something, but you never do, because maybe there's fears inside of what's going to happen or what's going to be on the other side if you do this stuff. There's always reasons for why we incorporate behaviors that are both healthy and unhealthy in our lives. So my first part of the formula for finding your motivation is to really find your big C, that commitment, but that commitment that goes to the deep core of your being. And that's what I learned from writing this book, was that until I had that level of commitment, it was never going to happen, because it's for the long term. And if you're making changes in your life, it shouldn't just be about a diet. And I'm going to talk about my cleanse, and my cleanse has been transformational for thousands of people, but it's just the kickoff to changing your whole lifestyle. And that's really what it should be, is that you are engaging in healthy living behaviors.
Your longtime patient, Armin Boyajian, checks
Oh,
in.
hey, Armin. See, now I'm all dressed up. If you were at my last Facebook Live, I had just come from the gym and I had a hood on, and I looked very informal, but had a lot of fun interviewing Joe Tata, who's publishing the book Heal Your Pain Now, coming up in February. So for everyone who's just tuning in, this is my motivation formula. This is how to find your motivation to create the positive health behaviors that you want to accomplish this year. Little p is for pain, but P is also for persistence. But I'm going to talk more about the pain side, and I call them pain points because what I find is that sometimes people come in and they have a litany of complaints, and yet they're living this way, and they don't know the way out. But the reason I put the X here to the power of X is because every time you add a new pain point, it's getting multiplied exponentially. So if you suffer from headaches, you suffer from gastric issues, you have asthma, you're not sleeping well, your diet is bad, you crave sugar, all of these things are pain points that get magnified and are working against you. And my question here to you is, how many pain points do you have to accumulate before you decide to make a change in your life? So a lot of times, people that I work with, they finally reach, let's call it crisis point. And also maybe because of what I do with healing the gut, I see some of the most complex gut cases that have been to multiple other doctors and failed all sorts of approaches. And part of the reason for that is C, commitment, but really commitment on the level of the practitioner, because there's no quick fix. And when people come to see me, it's all about working as a team, working together. And that's why I wanted to create this group cleanse that we're launching on January 14th, because in a group, you can find much more better motivation to do what you want to do and accomplish the positive health changes that you want to accomplish in 2017. So how many pain points do you need before you get up and start making a change? So think about that. Then the next one is, I put plus or minus. An S, probably everybody knows, is stress. So we all have it, and we know that there's good stress and there's bad stress. And most people are suffering from bad stress. And even if you're not, I sometimes tell people that even though they don't feel mentally stressed, that they're actually suffering from physiological stress from what they're doing to their bodies, going to sleep at 1 a.m., waking up at 5 or 6 a.m., having to rush, commute to work, having a very high demanding job, not getting home until 7 p.m., eating late. They may feel that this is normal, but this is a stress for your body, and it's also going to be a hindrance. So that's why stress can both be negative or positive. A lot of times stress is a minus, because it's a hindrance to accomplishing your goals and finding your motivation. If you don't have time for it, then you're not going to be able to create the level of commitment that you need in order to accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish in your life. This is not just about health. Do you have a question?
No, we're just saying hi to Sean and Tommy.
Okay,
Do they have questions?
Hey Sean, hey Tommy. Let us know if you have any questions. I'm talking about my motivation formula, how to find your motivation so you can accomplish your positive health transformational goals for 2017. And I want to help you with that. The last part of the formula, so it's a function of, and this is all made up. I'm taking my artistic liberty with math, so this is more like quantum physics. The last part is everything is inside the brackets to the power of H. So what is H? H is one of my favorite words. It's happy. So if you take all of this and you inject a dose of happiness to doing this, knowing that you're doing the right things. Just think about, let's take something really simple that I don't like to do, which is clean. Just think when your desk is dirty or your apartment is out of order, and you finally find the motivation, pain points, how many pain points, how disorganized do you have to be, or how uncomfortable does your space need to feel for you to finally clean it? And you clean it. And then there's this openness. The energy flow is much nicer. It creates happy. It makes you feel happy. Same way that if you commit to life-changing behaviors, and what I'm going to talk about with my cleanse for some people can seem like a lot. But what I've seen and the remarkable transformations that I've seen people be able to accomplish with the program that I put together in Happy Gut is amazing. And it's the reason that I did it was to help people, not just the ones that I could see, but people all around the US and even across the world. So let me talk a little bit about that. Did everyone get this? Motivation formula. M is motivations. Big C is your commitment at a very deep level. P is the number of pain points. X is the number that you have. So if you've got 4 pain points, they are multiplied to the power of 4. How many do you need to finally decide you're going to make a change? Plus or minus, and S. And this here, you know, for a lot of people, let me just briefly talk about smoking, because I see a lot of people suffering from the secondary consequences of a habit that we know is toxic, but it's also really addictive. And I've seen people with so many pain points and yet not be able to quit smoking. And some people can just have one really big pain point, which is they're diagnosed with cancer, and it scares them enough that it takes away any pleasure from smoking. But this can be used to find your motivation to do anything. So let's move on. I don't know, we had some background noise here. Why cleanse? So, and why me as an MD, why do I think that cleansing is so good? And what is the right way to cleanse and what is the wrong way to cleanse? So we've all learned about different types of cleanses, like liquid fast, the master cleanse, just the water cleanse, or only drinking broth. The problem with a lot of cleanses is that if at some point, if you're not getting enough protein, your body starts to break down your own muscle for protein. And amino acids, which are the components of protein, are really key and essential nutrients that your liver needs in order to create the detox enzymes that get rid of the toxins that are in, we're surrounded by them, the toxins from car exhaust, the toxins that we are exposed to from plastic. Hopefully you are not drinking out of plastic water bottles. And I wanted to mention again our giveaway, 360 cookware, because it's a stainless steel cookware that is non-toxic, and I use it in my home a lot in my cooking. I love it. They're giving 20% off to anyone who watches this video. The deadline is Monday, January 9th at midnight, using code HAPPY2017 at 360cookware.com. So you go there, build your cart. When you're going to go check out, and it asks you if you have a promotion code or coupon code, use HAPPY2017. And 3 of you have an opportunity to win your own stainless steel saucepan or stock pot. We're giving away 2 saucepans that are 1 quart each and 1 4-quart stock pot. So, and how do you win? Share. Share this video, share it with your friends, comment. That puts your name into the pot, and we're just going to randomly choose someone at the end of the weekend, so after Monday. We didn't want to do Sunday because it's the Golden Globes on Sunday. Everybody's going to be watching. I'll probably be watching too. And I almost forgot, Happy Gut aprons. So we're going to talk about those too. So I want to tell you a little bit about the whole program that we're doing, and it's kicking off on January 14th. So this is my cleanse kit, and it comes with 2 big canisters that last 28 days. It's a 28-day long cleanse. It comes with a protein powder that is hypoallergenic. It gives you the amino acids that you need in order to detox your body, and also has anti-inflammatory nutrients that help heal the gut lining, especially if you're suffering from allergies, asthma, fatigue, fibromyalgia, migraines, just general malaise. All of these conditions are connected to the gut. I have a probiotic that does not have to be refrigerated that a lot of people love because they can travel with. And then I have a couple of supplements here that make the components of the cleanse. This is a microbial balancer, enzyme, an anti-inflammatory powder, and then it actually has triphala, an Indian fruit extract combination that is used to improve regularity. And the commitment is for 28 days. Let me tell you why. So if you are suffering from bloating, from constipation, from gut distress, the way we're going to change your diet, it's going to take about 2 weeks for all of that inflammation to start quieting down. And at that point is when the real healing begins. So when we get to week 3, 21 days, it really is not enough time to solidify those changes. You get to 28 days, you've had 2 weeks for your gut to heal, for your immune system to calm down. So people that have food reactions, food sensitivities, this is a great way to figure out which foods are problematic. So you're asking, okay, what does it involve? So one of the things that's involved is giving up coffee, because coffee is a major strain for the liver. The other thing that's involved is no alcohol. Again, we're taking away everything that's going to bog down your body's ability to detoxify, to produce an anti-inflammatory effect in your body. And then we take away the foods that are the most inflammatory. So wheat, gluten, soy, corn, dairy, and legumes. These are problematic foods for a lot of people that have gut issues. And if you have something like SIBO, which maybe a lot of you have heard about, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, and I was talking a little bit about it during another Facebook Live I did earlier this week, and I'm going to have to do a whole Facebook Live just on SIBO because it's so complicated. And what's really sad about it is that there's a lot of people suffering from it, and a lot of these people are going to Western doctors, being given an antibiotic, but not being kind of coached through the type of therapy that needs to be done with natural remedies and herbals to get them to not relapse. So I'll definitely be talking about that in a future Facebook Live.
Welcome, Musa and Tammy.
Hi, Tammy. Hi,
Musa.
Musa, I love that name. Welcome. Let us know where you're from. Thanks for watching. I'm talking about the upcoming Happy Gut Cleanse. It's going to be kicking off. It's a group cleanse that's kicking off on Saturday, January 14th. That's a week away, so you're saying, oh no, I can give up alcohol, but I can't give up my coffee. So I can't give up my caffeine. And you do not want to stop your coffee cold turkey, especially if you're having more than 2 cups a day. You need a time period so that your body can detox from that, and you need to wean yourself off of it. So that's why I wanted to do this Facebook Live a little over a week before we kick off. So if you're thinking about joining the group, and the way to join is to go to happygutlife.com. I'm thinking it's shop.happygutlife.com, right? We'll definitely post it in the comment thread so you know where to go.
Say hi to Ralph.
Hey Ralph, thanks for joining us. So where was I?
You were on SIBO.
I was on what?
You were on SIBO.
Oh yeah, SIBO. Yeah, so that's going to be a future Facebook Live because that's just way too complicated. But so the way that you would taper off of caffeine or coffee, and it's my program is not completely caffeine free because you can have green tea, and there's a really great reason for that.